Good day students, in this particular class we will learn how exactly to implement the queue concept using Python coding. So clearly you can see that you have the queue. This is how the queue is oriented, and you got the members you're waiting, say the first person, second person, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. And the system that we use in queue system is FIFO. It means first in, first out. So if a person is coming in first, he will be served first. So first in, first out. So this is how the queue concept works. Now we are going to utilize this concept in our Python. So for that we would have to create a list, and in that list we will add elements in the queue. So these are the following operations we will carry out. Add elements, or when I say elements, we are adding members, and we will serve members. So we will serve the members, right? And we will also be able to see the first member, see the first person waiting in queue. First, let me just place it over here. So see the first person in queue. And we would also be able to see the entire members in the queue. Alright, see all the members. And then finally we can also exit the queue. So let me reiterate one more time. I have a illustration here. I hope you can see this illustration. So there is a ticket counter over here, right? This ticket counter is going to be issuing tickets. So members are all have lined up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now 7 members are there. Of the 7 members, the ticket collector, or I should say the the person who is issuing the ticket, he cannot pick up the 7th member to issue the ticket, right? Because the 7th person is actually the last member here. He is at the rearmost part of the queue, but the first person who is standing in the front is this man. So the ticket has to be issued for this person. Now we follow queue systems in many real-time illustrations or in real-time scenarios. So for example, you are sending in documents to be printed one after the another, and this printer is connected to 4 or 5 terminals. And at the right moment, or I should say at the same moment, all of these 5 members of the staff are sending in the printing document. Now depending upon how they have sent, all right, what time they have sent, all of these documents would be queued up. So that is the concept that is also applied in printing documents. And not only that, in the real life, whether it be it getting tickets or taking up an interview or going up to an office to meet some individuals or going to the bank, you are always served based on this concept, right? First in, first out. You go to the bank to do some transaction, you will be given a number, and that number is following the first in, first out pattern, right? You get the number first, you get served. You get the number last, you get served last. So having mentioned that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a Python code to implement this design. So let me go up over here. So you got the environment. Now I'm going to create a class. So the illustration here is going to be people are queued up to get tickets for a show, tickets for a performance, right? Now we are going to simulate this as a project. So let's do that. So first what I wish to do is I'm going to create a class called ticket. Then we would have the init method, and I'm going to create a list, an empty list, self.ticket. This is the list that is created. Now the first thing is I'm going to add elements or add members who are waiting in the queue. So df, say wait list. So who are all waiting? The people are waiting, right? And over here I would be adding the people who are waiting. So this is going to be added into the list. So self.ticket. How do you add it? We use the append command. Append people. So that is the first function we are creating. And next I'm going to create a function for issuing tickets. So ticket issue. So in this case, print, I'm going to give a print, the ticket is issued, and we would have to get the name of the person. So this is going to be the first person, so that's the reason I'm going to give 0, the first person in the list. And now since we have issued the ticket, we will have to get rid of the person. So del self.ticket. So this person who has been issued the ticket is removed. So that's the second function. So the first function is to add the people, the second function is to issue the ticket and get rid of the person who was already got the ticket. And the next one is to see who's waiting. Okay, so this one is going to be print people who are waiting, people still waiting to be served. So this is going to be that entire number of people who are in the wait list, who are still waiting. So we will say print self.ticket, right? Okay, so that is for that. And the next is I want to know who is the immediate person who is waiting in the queue. So for that, let me say def view who is next, who is next. So in this case, print the person waiting to be served is. So you can say self.ticket. You can get the first member. So the first member would be displayed here. So let me just get the while loop. So that is going to be while true. We are going to enter the options. So options is equal to, I need an integer value, so I'm typecasting it, input, and place in 3 quotes, and then you start like this, enter 1 to add members to the wait list, and then 2, enter 2 to see the members in the queue. Enter 3 to see the next waiting member. in the queue. Enter 4. So this would be to see the entire queue, to see the members in the queue, to see the next waiting member. Is there anything else I've given? So this is to add. Okay, to issue tickets, that's important. Enter 4 to issue the ticket to the first waiting member in the queue. And enter 5. Enter 5 to execute the options. Okay, so that is fine. Now what I can give here is some asterisks, right? So that looks all right. Now, having given all of this, we need to have the conditional check. So while is finished, and we need to check for the option. So if options is equal to 1, if option is equal to 1, then what I want to do is I'm going to get in the members. So member is equal to input. Please enter who is waiting. Imagine we have names for the individuals who are waiting. Say for example, you are given tokens to the people. Say the moment they come in, you ask their name and you issue a token to them, so that you have a mapping. A token is issued. Say for example, if number 1 is issued to Tom, when the time comes to give the ticket, when the token 1 is received from the individual, that individual name should be Tom. So in other words, the ticket is non-transferable, right? So someone else can't get the ticket which has been, or the number which has been used or given to Tom. So only Tom has to get the ticket. So we can have some scenario like that. So in that case, please enter the name of the person who is waiting, right? So when this happens, we will have to call this function. Okay, wait list. We will have to call that function. Now before we could call the function, we will have to create the object. So I'm going to say members is equal to, the class name is ticket. Okay, so the object is created here. If you're new to OOPS, please see my videos on OOPS. So over here, I'm going to utilize this object members dot, and I will be calling this function waitlist. This is the function I'm going to call. So when you call this, you have to send in the parameter, right? So this is fine. When you enter option 1, it will ask please enter the name of the person. Once the name is entered, the function is called. So if in case the option is not 1, option is equal to 2, then what happens? To see the members in the queue. So you will want to see all the members in the queue. So what is that function? This is who's next. This is view ticket list. So this is what we have utilized. So go over here, and then you can say print. Did I give okay, it's already there. The statement is already there. We don't need that. We need only members dot view list. Okay, So that one would actually call the list function. Okay. Okay, that's fine now. Now if the option is equal to 3, then what happens? 3 is entered to see the person who is waiting in the list. Who is next? So we need to call this person. Who is next? Now this is okay. Who is next? Members dot who's next is called. That's fine. And next is elif options is equal to 4. What is 4? To issue the ticket to the first waiting member in the queue. So ticket issue. So this function has to be called. Now we will get the person to whom the ticket is issued, and then that person will be removed from the wait list. So you will be able to see that. So members dot, that's fine. And then to break, else if option is equal to 5, then what happens? You give a break. If the person is not entering a valid option, else print please enter a valid option. Fair enough. So this is the program that we have entered. As I mentioned to you, this is the demonstration for the queue. So I'm saving it, and okay, let's run it. So we have the options that are displayed here. Enter 1 to add members. So I'm going to enter 1. So apparently what I should have done here, I should have given a space there. So let me go and give a space there. It doesn't look, so with that space the prompt will be fine. I'll get a prompt here. Okay, 1. So please enter who's waiting. So I'm giving the name of Tom, and again I want to enter another person. I want to enter Jasmine, and again I want to enter Eric. Again I want to enter, this time I'm entering, again I want to enter, again I want to enter the person in the list. So I will enter Jack, right? So I've entered all these names. The last person who is standing in the queue is Jack. Have that in mind. Now to enter 2 to see the members in the queue. So I'm going to enter 2. You see that Tom is the first member, Jasmine second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Jack is the last person. Now I want to issue a ticket to Tom. So Tom has to be issued the ticket, and then Tom's name has to be removed from the list. So enter 4 to issue the ticket to the first waiting member. So 4, clearly you can see the ticket is issued to Tom. Now I want to see the members waiting in the queue. I enter 2. You see that Tom is removed. And enter 3 to see the next waiting member. So if I were to enter 3 here, this would give me the next waiting member. You see that Jasmine is the next waiting member to be served. You see that? That agrees with the list. And finally, if I were to press 5, it will come out of the option. See that process completed. So this is a lovely program which we have done. It's actually more so like a mini project where we have used the functions and the OOPS concepts to implement the queue data structure. Thank you everybody. Until we meet again, enjoy your day.